Okay, folks. Is this it? This is definitely it. I think this is it. The video where Tulsi Gabbard endorses Joe Biden. It takes a while for them
Our
to start.
nation is facing an unprecedented global crisis that highlights the inextricable bonds of humanity and how foreign policy and domestic policy are inseparable. We are all in this together, and we must all rise to meet this moment in service to our country and our fellow man.
You get the same, like, platitude speech, like, we must all rise, okay?
This is not the first time that we have faced adversity together, and it will not be the last. After the terrorist attack by Al-Qaeda on our country on 9/11, we stood together as Americans, motivated to serve, marshaling our forces to defeat.
Marshaling our forces to kill a bunch of fucking innocent people in the process of attacking and invading a country that didn't attack us.
Our common enemy. I and so many Americans all across this country enlisted in the military to do just that. Likewise, today, as Americans and all of humanity, we face a common enemy. It is once again time as Americans and as neighbors in this global community that we stand together once again and work hand in hand to defeat this new enemy, the coronavirus. Throughout my life and
For some reason, I just love how they're like, they compare this shit to warfare. Like, this is wartime, folks. We're fighting the COVIDs. The COVIDs are it. I guess it's because, like, so many people are fucking dying from coronavirus. But the reason why that is because Donald Trump didn't act soon enough. And he also fired the entire pandemic response team in 2018. So you can't just be like, oh, the virus itself is the enemy, or like certain, like anarcho-nihilist type people lately are being like, oh, humanity is the virus. Like no, which would then make us the enemy if you follow this logic. But no, neoliberalism, the right, is the enemy. Capitalism, right-wing politics, being like, oh, we don't need the money for this health reason, we need the money for, either our pockets or more warfare. Anyways,
this campaign,
keep talking.
my motivation has been to serve God, our country, and the American people as best I can. I feel that the best way that I can be of service at this time.
Doesn't Tulsi just believe in, like, aloha? Like, she doesn't believe in God, really, right? Wait, no, she's a Hindu. She's a Hindu nationalist, right? Or she has sympathies with Modi and shit. And Modi is part of, like, the Hungary station in, like, Michael Brooks's new book's language, like the neo-authoritarian political sort of split in international politics that we've been seeing in the past, like, 10 years.
Is to continue to work for the health and well-being of the people of Hawaii and our country in Congress, and to stand ready to serve in uniform should the Hawaii National Guard be activated. Now, after Tuesday's election, it's clear that Democratic primary voters have chosen Vice President Joe Biden to be the person who will take on President Trump in the general election. I know Vice President Biden and his wife.
As soon as she started saying this, when I first saw this clip, I was literally like, of course. Like, I was like, of course this happened. Of course, the last candidate left other than Biden and Bernie, really, which would be Tulsi, endorsed Biden. When I honestly thought that she was gonna, like, stick it out. Like, I thought that either Tulsi Gabbard, like, forgot that she was still running for president of the fucking United States, or she, because, she was too busy, like, surfing and posting, like, thirst trap yoga videos or whatever she does, surf videos, or she just like she was like delusional enough to think that she could still like get enough people to come together so that she could like, you know, like win. But alas, she forfeits to the establishment. Like Tulsi Gabbard was never. Hold on.
And I'm grateful to have called his son Beau a friend who also served in the National Guard.
Rip.
Although I may not agree with the vice president on every issue, I know that he has a good heart and he's motivated by his love for our country and the American people.
I know
I'm
he has a
confident that
good heart.
he will
What does that sound like when someone tells you, "I know he has a good heart"? What kind of person are they talking about?
lead our country guided by the spirit of aloha, respect, and
See?
compassion, and thus help heal the divisiveness that has been tearing our country apart.
Divisiveness
today-
is the problem. Oh, centrist fucking take right here.
I'm suspending my presidential campaign and offering my full support to Vice President Joe Biden in his quest to bring our country together.
And that
I will continue.
is where I was like, no, of course this happened. Of course we're doomed. And I mean, in addition to my like bleak nihilistic, like, of course this is what happens in our terrible, atrocious life. I was also disappointed as fuck because this just reveals to me, and guys, like, pay attention, like, Tulsi Gabbard was never a fucking progressive of any kind. Tulsi Gabbard is a milquetoast, like, centrist, like, you know, basically, like, kowtowing to neoliberalism. Like, she represents, like, I was just talking about Hungary Station, she represents fucking Singapore Station. Just like Andrew Yang and fucking Pete Buttigieg and fucking Elizabeth Warren and all these other people. It's just neoliberal, like, right-wing capitalism. That's the project, and it's intellectually dead. But anyway,
to advocate for a 21st century foreign policy, one that's based on mutual respect and cooperation instead of confrontation, where we as a community of nations can work together to overcome the great challenges that our people face.
See, that's true.
Preventing and stopping.
See, that, where she says that, I agree. This is a funny pause frame, but I agree with that. Like, what we need in this type of situation of fucking COVID-19 is some fucking international leadership.
Epidemics like the coronavirus that is now affecting all of us, tackling climate change, combating terrorism, removing the existential threat of nuclear war that hangs over the heads of all of us. I will continue to do everything that I can to help bring about an end to the new Cold War and nuclear arms race and end regime change wars, which are costing us trillions of dollars, so that we can invest these precious resources in the needs of the American people.
See, she still has this good rhetoric, but I don't like the way that it's framed of like this was always my problem with her. I don't like how it's framed as a waste of resources, because that's like legitimately like that critique still resides within the logic of empire. Because you're like, oh, our funds. But like, what the critique should be is like, this is a fucked up system. Like that's really what it is. And I know like maybe some strategists would be like, oh, what appeals to a certain type of person more than that is like just fucking cold hard, like pragmatic, like what do we have in the bank type thinking. And I would say that type of predictive like thinking like that is just kind of like not how I think about politics. Anyway,
Healthcare, rebuilding our infrastructure, education, and so much more. I want to extend my best wishes to my friends, Senator Bernie Sanders, his wife Jane.
Notice she doesn't say Medicare for all. See, if Tulsi Gabbard had any kind of ideological commitment to any kind of left-wing project, like truly, or progressive project, quote unquote, she wouldn't be simping for Joe Biden. And she would throw her weight and all of her voters and supporters and endorsement value and social capital behind Bernie Sanders. But clearly she does not. This is like a cynical move, calculated move. I don't know why. I don't know who she's listening to. I don't know why she's doing this. I don't know if she thinks that she will somehow be like fucking Secretary of State under Joe Biden, and then I don't know if Obama called her, like he called Pete and fucking Amy, or Warren or whoever. But like Tulsi is just, yeah, I don't know if she thinks that she can be Secretary of State and fucking like end all the wars like with a snap of her fingers, but I don't like this shit.
Nina Turner and their many supporters for the work that they've done. I have such a great appreciation for Senator Sanders' love for our country and the American people.
Actually, I'm a
and
dumb
his
hoe. She wants vice president. This is what this is. Tulsi Gabbard wants to be Joe Biden's vice president so bad, like real bad. Like she's aching for it, dude.
sincere desire to improve the lives of all Americans. To the many people all across our country who've dedicated their time and energy and resources to my campaign, working tirelessly to help get our message out, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I look forward to speaking to you more in the coming days about why I made this decision and how we can continue to work together for our common cause.
Tulsi Gabbard. Help get Tulsi's message out. Send her more money. No, don't do that. Let's see if I can get a meme up here, folks. Political compass meme on Instagram. Right here. Right here. Based meme right here. Where Tulsi made people think she is versus where Tulsi realistically is. This guy says both are shit. I would agree. But because I'm down here. But yeah, Tulsi not based. Tulsi's very unbased. And look, she's tagged in this as well. I wonder if she's seen this meme. I wonder. Cause it's not good. Anyways, folks, yeah. Fuck Tulsi Gabbard. She was never progressive. If she had any kind of real ideological commitment to anything, she would not be fucking endorsing Joe Biden. That is my take. And bye.